Cool.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the vBrownBag. I'm here with Matthew Brender today. Matt, how's it going?
It's going well. There's some Harry Potter in the background. I'm visiting family in Minneapolis, so yeah,
Awesome.
all is well. How are things going Christmas Eve for you, my friend?
Fantastic. I can hear my daughter belting out Christmas carols. Her favorite scene from Elf is when Zoe Deschanel's singing in the shower, and she yells at Buddy to get out, and he runs into the lockers and falls down. So I think she's yelling, singing as loud as she can because that's sort of what he does in that
That's
scene.
the
So
scene.
cool.
You're not
So
the real Santa.
we're here today, Christmas Eve, to talk about resolving merge conflicts via the GUI. So as always, for folks that are catching the recording, since it's just Matt and I that hopped on here, tweet us at vBrownBag or use the vBrownBag hashtag. One of us in the greater crew is always looking. I'm using hand gestures because no one's looking at me. And catch our live shows normally US Wednesdays at 7:30 Central and APAC and EMEA on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And with that, this is our first ever Commitmakkuh episode. So you want to give a recap on that one? I know you talked about it a little bit when you did your commitments episode on working in teams.
Absolutely, yeah. So, Commitments has been a wonderful success teaching people how to learn Git and extend that into coding and scripting languages. And this year just felt like getting back to basics and also embracing some other holiday traditions by having something focus on Hanukkah. That starts tonight, actually, the 24th. So for 8 days, just try to commit code to GitHub each and every day. And by code, I mean anything. Markdown files, text files, just get in the habit of using Git. And this is a perfect example of doing so.
Awesome. Yeah. When you started Commitments 3 Christmases ago, 2 years ago, I guess, right? It was
Yeah, yeah.
2014. Huge. I went from being in a spot where people were working on stuff in Git, in GitHub, and it just was a concept I didn't get. And Commitments fixed all that for me. I mean, you've tweeted out some stuff lately. I mean, I'm still completely 100% noob on it, but I at least get the concepts now. So,
You know, it feels really good to me too because we initially started this because I also didn't know it well at all, and I wanted to learn with you and others. So I think if we just keep that idea going forward, regardless of the pun involved, it's really good for all of us because there's always somebody new to get, and that's just part of the game. We're all learning, and if we keep learning together, then we'll all get better at it.
yeah, awesome. All right, so we've got. Let me bring my browser over here. So here is the Commitmakkuh repo, right? So, oh, actually, before I do that, what are we talking about and why? So, sort of how we got here, right? We have the Commitmakkuh repo, which I'll bring back over in a minute. I made a fork of that to make some edits in, right? So I forked that, made my edits. Meanwhile, you were making some edits and merged those into the main one. I opened up a pull request with my edits, and now we're at this point where we have a merge conflict, right? So how do we fix that? Is sort of
Exactly.
what we're going to cover right now. So let me bring that back over. So
Yeah, and what's really nice these days is that GitHub allows you to do it right in the browser, so you don't have to really fool around with things. But it's not in the Commitmakkuh repo itself; it's in BoobyBot, which is this little chatbot that I've been working on. So if you go to mjbrender slash BoobyBot, there you go. So and if we open up the pull requests, there was a previous pull request. If you get rid of if you look at the close one real quick by clicking on it, and so I merged in Rob's edits. So just a little background for people. This is a very simple chat bot that's just going to randomly say one of the phrases in this list. So if we go into his closed pull request, you'll see that. And we can click on his commit. If you click on the actual, that's perfect. Yeah, click on the commit, and then click on the commit message. it will pop up. So we added things to this array. This is just Ruby code, but the syntax is for being able to post to Slack. He added a couple things that he wanted to post there. And in doing so, when I merged his pull requests, it invalidated your pull requests, Jonathan, because it affects the same exact lines. And this is just a factor of Git seeing code as blobs. The lines of code, it knows if you edit anything between 21 and 23 as well, then there could be an issue, and Git wants you to resolve it yourself because it doesn't know what the right answer is. So now if we go back to your pull request, you can click on the pull request tab again and then pop into yours. We'll see that towards the bottom it says that there's a conflict. And what's cool now, as of, I actually don't know when, but recently you can now resolve it right from the GUI. So if you click resolve conflict, brings up this cool in-browser editor. And we're going to see, what are they called? Conflicts. The conflict syntax, it shows you the before and after. Basically, what is there from head or master, and what is there from the tip of your last edits. And we'll show you the difference between them. Is it having loading issues for you?
It sure looks that way.
Interesting. This is a pretty new feature. Well,
we had a similar problem with Windows when Rob and I did one the other day, so let me do the Windows thing and
turn it on and off again.
Turn it off and back on again, yep.
Love it.
So Chrome is dead. Is Chrome really dead? Chrome looks really dead. Yep, no process is running. Bring that back up because that fixes all the Windows issues. Wrong repo. All right, let's try this again. Pull requests. Here's my pull request.
Yeah, this is also kind of great because you have to do it again, which means the more you do it, the more you learn.
Absolutely. Resolve conflicts. It does not seem to like that.
No. It's loading on mine if you want me to take control real quick.
Yeah, let's do that. Let me close this and right-click and make presenter.
Oh, looks like you need to download a small extension. Oh, there we go. Can you see me now?
I can see you now, yep.
Perfect, okay. So I'm to your pull request. And actually, this is good because it says a resolve conflict for me because we both have write privileges to this conflict resolution. You as the originator of the pull request, and me as the owner of the repository you're opening this against. So I'll click resolve conflict. Pops right up for me. I guess Macs are just more appreciated.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, and it's got this nice little syntax. So it's showing master. So master is, again, a reference. Well, that's a branch, and it's the branch where that you've opened the pull request against. So that's my master at top, and then yours is at bottom, and they have this this marker to demarcate the two separations of them. Oh, actually, no, I got that backwards because this is your update, and this is what you're committing against. So now to resolve this, you can see that the code wouldn't know which one's correct. We just have to choose what's correct based on our own expectations. So we delete any duplicates because it sees this twice. And this is this one we want, and this is one we want. So we'll delete that. delete that whole line, and then delete that last marker. Looks like all the syntax is good. Oh, might have missed some commas. That doesn't have anything to do with the merge
I sure
conflict.
did.
But that was, oh, it's fine. I should have mentioned that. That all looks good now. Now, mark is resolved. Boom. It's pretty cool. Oops. This is such a new feature, I don't know how to navigate it correctly. So let's, I guess, commit those changes. Boom. That's pretty amazing.
Awesome.
So what did it do? Looks like it added a new commit, merge branch master onto master. So it just merged, your master version onto mine. And if we were doing this from the command line, you'd have the same sort of conflict and have to resolve it in your IDE, your integrated development environment. And I use Visual Studio Code, and that has a nice module to highlight the syntax, the issue that we need to resolve in the same way the browser just did. But now it's all resolved, so if I go back to our conversation, got your commit up here, my commit down here, I'm able to merge it. Let's do another review. So what are we actually changing? We're adding stop the kvetching and commit something, and the pig remains a pig till it learns to use Git. That looks good to me, so I'm going to use the, again, in-browser review, say the syntax that I always use when being a committer on a project, say looks good to me. It's a little redundant since I can actually click approve these days and submit that review. And if we're working on a project with more people than just ourselves, that's a nice little indicator to say that I changed the or I approved the changes and even commented on it. Now I'm the only person with write privileges, so I'm going to merge it. Merged. And now we've resolved the conflict, have our new commits, and if we look at the commits on master, we've got that new merge from your pull request. Jonathan, we're good to go.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks for hopping on with me, Matt.
Yeah, sure. It's definitely one of the trickier situations people can find themselves in, but I definitely find when those early scripts that I'm putting onto GitHub, they're not always separated into multiple files, so the likelihood of a merge conflict is higher than normal. So having some basic understanding of how to resolve that is a nice thing. So glad to do it with you.
Awesome. Thanks. Merry Commitmas. And happy Commitmakkuh.
Yeah, happy Commitmakkuh Eve. It starts tonight, so if you see this and you want to learn the basics, don't be shy, reach out, and just push some random junk into GitHub so that you get the syntax of Git down.
Cool. Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Jonathan.